This week on Dancing with the Stars was Halloween. We not only got to see some spooktacular dances, we got to see the return of the dance marathon. How's it going, guys? It's Eric Sharkey, aka Dancing with the Stars Superfan, back with another video. And last night was Halloween, and they called it Monster Night. And their guest judge was none other than Season 10 participant, Niecy Nash Betts. Also, if you guys like this video, or if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and smash that like button, and ring that bell to get notified for more Dance with the Stars content from my channel. When Halloween comes around, you can always count on Sasha because it is his favorite holiday, and he is not a stranger to scaring people, especially the Dance with the Stars pros and the contestants. Now, let's get right into the dances. First up is Jason and Daniela dancing the contemporary to Zombie by the Cranberries. Derek said it lacked a bit of energy, and Bruno said he had some issues with the lifts. Although he had some minor issues with the lifts as well as the dance, it was still a good dance to kick off Monster Night, and most of the lifts that he did were really good. So for their contemporary, they will receive all 9s from the judges, which is a 36 out of 40. Next up is Allison and Sasha dancing the Paso Doble to Supermassive Black Hole by Muse. Bruno noticed the tiny incident, but he did notice some stuff in there that were great. Carrie-Anne said they were so in sync, and Derek said he asked for more power, and his wish came true. Even though there were some mistakes, and she needed to work on her attention to detail, it was still one of her best dances. So for their Paso Doble, they will receive 7s from Carrie-Anne, Derek, and Niecy, and an 8 from Bruno, which is a 29 out of 40. Next up is Sochi and Val dancing in contemporary to Game of Survival by Ruel. Bruno loved the martial arts moves in that dance, Carrie-Anne loved the storytelling in that routine, and Derek said he sent shivers down his spine every time she performs. It was not only an awesome routine, it was also a powerful contemporary. Even though Sochi hurt herself right to the end of the dance, as long as she got through the dance, that's all that matters. So for their contemporary, they will receive 9s from Carrie-Anne, Derek, and Bruno, and a 10 from Niecy, which is a 37 out of 40. Next up is Harry and Riley dancing the Argentine tango to Blinding Lights by District 78, with a little help from Riley's sister Lindsay. Carrie-Anne wants him to put it all out there because his arm movements were kind of small, and Derek said he needs to breathe when he does those lifts. On the positive side, he had a little more content, he had some musicality in there, which is good, and Riley wasn't dancing around him as much. The dance was okay, but at least it wasn't bad as last week. So for their Argentine tango, they will receive all 7s from the judges, which is a 28 out of 40. Next up is Barry and Peta dancing the Viennese Waltz to It's a Man's World by James Brown. Carrie-Anne said he liked the connection in that dance, and Niecy loved the footwork in that dance. He did have some issues with his shoulders as well as some issues that the judges mentioned, like he was more focusing on getting into character rather than the dance. It was still another decent dance, and Derek said people loved Barry. So for their Viennese Waltz, they will receive 8s from Carrie-Anne, Niecy, and Bruno, and a 7 from Derek, which is a 31 out of 40. Next up is Ariana and Pasha dancing the Argentine tango to Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Niecy said it was amazing and she loved the leg action in that dance. Bruno said it was terrific and he said this is how you do it. Carrie-Anne said she has what it takes to win it, and Derek said it was a true, authentic Argentine tango. I really loved Ariana's leg action in that dance, and she and Pasha made it look so easy. And I'm glad that Pasha has a partner that can dance. So for their Argentine tango, they will receive 9s from Carrie-Anne, Derek, and Niecy, and a 10 from Bruno, which is a 37 out of 40. Which means Pasha finally gets his first 10 of his Dancing with the Stars career. So great job to Pasha. Next up is Lele and Brandon dancing the Paso Doble to the TikTok remix version of Bloody Mary by Lady Gaga. Bruno said he liked the power in that dance, and he thought the dance was clean. Even though Carrie-Anne said she wants her to finish her moves because she noticed some issues, she still liked the dance. She attacked the dance really well, and like the judges said in the past, she keeps overpowering the moves. Other than that, it was still a powerful Paso Doble. At the same time, I'm really glad she did because she is really good at attacking the dance, especially in a Paso Doble. So for their Paso Doble, they will receive 8s from Carrie-Anne, Derek, and Niecy, and a 9 from Bruno, which is a 33 out of 40. Next up is Mauricio and Emma dancing the Argentine tango to Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. Carrie-Anne said it was a great performance, but she wanted him to work on his strength because she said it was kind of wobbly. Derek liked the leg action in that dance. Even though Bruno noticed some issues, it was still a good dance. So for their Argentine tango, they received 8s from Carrie-Anne, Derek, and Bruno, and a 7 from Nisi, which is a 31 out of 40. Last up is Charity and Artem dancing the jive to Skeleton Sam by Lovecraft. I would have liked a little bit more energy in that jive because it was tight and her footwork was kind of small. The judges praised them for their effort, but she needs to attack the jive a bit more. All in all, it was a great dance. Well, at least there were no mistakes. So for their jive, they received all 9s from Carrie-Anne, Derek, and Bruno, and an 8 from Nisi, which is a 35 out of 40. When Nisi pulled out that 8, I was shocked. Now let's move on to the dance marathon. This year, they called it the Dance Monsterthon. They would do the Hustle and Charleston Marathon. The songs that they did during the dance marathon are Staying Alive by Bees Gees and Grim Grinning Ghost by Chris Bowers. The key is to keep dancing as much as possible. If one of the judges holds up the paddle with the couple's name on it, and if the Grim Reapers comes up to you, it gives you the signal that you are out. Here are the extra points that the 9 couples received from their dance Monsterthon. Barry and Peta and Harry and Riley received 1 point, Allison and Sasha and Mauricio and Emma received 2 points, Charity and Artem and Jason and Daniela received 3 points, and Layla and Brandon received 4 points. So it all came down to Sochi and Val and Ariana and Pasha, which means Sochi and Val received 5 points by winning the dance Monsterthon, and Ariana and Pasha finished second with an extra 4 points. Wow, with somebody who just got injured after their dance comes back to winning the dance marathon, that is unbelievable. Now let's take a look at the leaderboard from last night with their scores combined. At the top of the leaderboard are Sochi and Val with 42 points, Ariana and Pasha with 41 points, Jason and Daniela with 39 points, Charity and Artem with 38 points, Layla and Brandon with 37 points, Mauricio and Emma with 33 points, Barry and Peta with 32 points, Allison and Sasha with 31 points, and Harry and Riley at the bottom with 29 points. So the best dances of the night were Sochi Gomez, Charity Lawson, and Jason Mraz. And the improvement of the night is indeed Ariana Maddox. Now let's get to the results. Allison and Sasha, Harry and Riley, and Mauricio and Emma were in jeopardy while the rest of the couples were safe and moving on to next week. The 6th couple eliminated were Mauricio and Emma, while the other 2 couples in jeopardy were safe. From somebody who blacked out during week 2 to showing some progression week after week, I'm glad that Mauricio did the show to turn into something positive because of his divorce. There was one thing that caught everybody by surprise was both Mauricio and Emma holding hands. Lots of people speculated that they were dating, but they recently told us that they were not dating. Also, I want to hear your thoughts on Nisi judging style because although she made some valid points, I felt like her judging style was too critical, as you can tell from the boos that she received. So we got 9 down and 8 to go. Next week will be music video night as the remaining 8 couples do dances that are inspired by certain music videos. And the guest judge next week will be Paula Abdal, who of course previously judged the All-Star season a decade ago. Here are the following theme weeks after music video night. After that, it'll be Whitney Houston night, week 9 will be Taylor Swift night, week 10 will be the semifinals, and week 11 will of course be the finals. So they're going to have the final 2 episodes 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. This will also be the first time that a Dancing with the Stars final will end in December. The last time they ended Dancing with the Stars the week after Thanksgiving was season 15. So be sure to tune into those theme weeks. So anyways, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Eric Sharkey, aka Dancing with the Stars Superfan. Catch you next time.